Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on Chess.com's Tactics Train. I'm going to try 3 more puzzles and just take you through my thought process with each of these. So, okay, this first one, Team Black. Okay, seems pretty straightforward, or does it? Okay, well my first thought is to take here. It's the most forcing move. With the pawn. Pawn takes, king g1 is necessary. Otherwise we're just promoting. What would be the follow-up after that? Pawn takes, king g1. My first thought is to try and get to the back rank. I don't see a convenient way to do that, though. Oh, actually I do see the answer. This is sneaky. Okay, well, what actually just ran through my mind right there that made me think of rook takes pawn? I think what just happened there is that I recognized a pin. I believe the first move is rook takes pawn, and after rook takes, to not take back, but instead play the sneaky move f2. That's pretty cute there. There's no way to stop the pawn from promoting then. I think that's it. Interesting. Rook takes pawn, rook takes rook, and then f2. That's a pretty cool puzzle. I like that tactical motif. That is correct, and then f2, sneaking right by, and that's it. Problem solved. How do you like that? That was cool. Alright, let's try this second one. That's, I think, maybe one of the first times I've seen that type of a motif before. Alright. Once again as black in this one. Alrighty. How are we doing material-wise? Pretty balanced. Pawn-wise, okay, we're down a pawn. But the white king is without that g-pawn. We could take the bishop. But white is in a position to take here. Okay, what else is there to note here? Rook takes here. Okay, I think I see it. I think it is rook takes bishop. Allow this bishop to be taken. And the reason I don't know that this is correct, but the reason I'm testing out this variation right now is because I'm seeing that after bishop takes bishop, the queen is restricted, and that's usually not a good position to be in. Additionally, I'm seeing a way that we can take advantage of some pin, or make use of the pin, a pin with rook takes bishop, bishop takes bishop, and then rook to d3. And the bishop can't move. Well, it can move, but surprisingly enough, there's a good resource. If bishop takes bishop, or bishop takes pawn check, having a discovered attack against this unprotected rook on d3 at that point, there is queen takes, firing a check right back. Additionally, there is, after rook takes bishop, bishop takes bishop, rook d3 if, let's say, rook to d1, one of the rooks, you can just take the rook, because at the end of it there would be queen g4 with a check pointing at the king in d1. So I think this is it. I think we could just go straight in for grabbing the bishop. Initially I was thinking rook takes bishop, bishop takes, and then queen check, but I'm not sure what the great follow-up would be after that. Okay, I'm going to run with it. Let me just see for one more second here. Rook takes bishop, would there really be anything other than bishop takes bishop here? I don't think so. Okay, so let's get rid of their light square bishop. That is correct. And this is what I was thinking. Rook d3. Problem solved. Yeah, that was the trick. Just making use of the pin, and also there's no way to defend the bishop with rook d1 because of queen g4 hitting at both g1 and d1. Alright, let's see if we could go 3 for 3 with this last one here. Playing as white this time, okay. Alright, I don't believe there's any good checking moves to start. And actually, I take that back. Okay, firstly, the queen is hit. And I'd really like to get at this square, but the knight's protecting. The knight, we could say, is in fact overloaded, having to watch over e6 from a check, and also f5. So, what does this mean? It means we could play maybe rook to e6, and after knight takes rook, there's queen takes pawn, which is in fact mate. Okay, so that's pretty serious. Rook to e6, in other words, cannot be taken by the knight. Queen takes f5, and that's it. That would be mate. So rook e6 as a start is probably it. Black doesn't have to take, however, and as it stands right now, material-wise, black is up a pawn. Rook e6 check, king f7. What do we do there? Oh, we have a great move. Knight takes d6 with the fork. Okay. Rook e6, king h7. What would we have at that point? My senses are telling me to, like, sacrifice on h6. It's worth noting that we have to be quite forceful, because as soon as this queen leaves the second rank, black has pressure against g2, so I believe it's important to take that into account, to realize that if we're not very forceful with the moves we're making, or at least considering, then black has this checkmate on g2. So rook e6 check, king f7, we land a fork on d6. If king h7, I think going forward, I'll consider those last, because I think it's just running into more trouble with these pawns being able to contribute to controlling squares around the black king. So I'm thinking rook e6, we know what happens on king f7, king h7. What would we do there? Rook e6, king h7. Rook takes, king takes, queen h4 check, king g6. Queen f6 check. If the king comes here, I think there'd be knight g7. So rook e6, king h7, rook takes h6, king takes rook, queen h4 check, king g6. It's an only move at that point. Queen f6 would force king h7, and then, queen is on f6 at this point. This rook is captured. Or this rook is just not on the board. No rook in this variation I'm trying to visualize right now. There's no white rook. There's no black pawn. And this queen is relocated on f6, and the black king is on h7. What would be the good follow-up there? I don't think there is a good one. Not seeing it. Queen g7 square is covered. Am I going down the wrong path? I might be. It kind of feels like I don't see what the good follow-up would be there. I don't see a good check at that point. Wait a second. Why am I not considering queen here in my first move? What's the matter with me? Why am I so fixated on rook e6? What's wrong with this check? Oh my goodness. Oh man. Okay, let's go with this. Queen g3. Why am I getting all fancy with rook e6? It might not still be a bad move, but okay. Let me consider this as the first one. Queen g3. King here, we play queen g7, and there goes the black queen. Okay. King here, we give mate with knight f6. So after queen g3, king h7. And what about knight f6 is the follow-up? That looks to be pretty good. Yeah, okay, wait. Queen g3, king h7, knight f6 check, king h8. And I think there might be one quiet move in this position. Queen to g6. which is threatening many, or I don't know many, but a couple things. Queen takes h6, and then the queen would have to block queen takes h7 mate, and also rook to e8. For example, and I think this is how it might play out. Queen g3, king h7, knight f6 check, king h8, and then after queen to g6, I think there's just too many threats for black to defend. If queen g7 to defend h6, there comes now rook e8 check, rook takes rook, queen takes rook. The king at that point is in the corner. The black queen is right here, and she's going to have to block on one of these two squares, and we just take the queen, and it's going to be mate. I think that's it. Notice how in this variation the queen on g6 is still around to watch over that mate threat that black has on g2. I'm going to run with it. It is correct. Okay. Knight check. That is correct. And one quiet move. Queen g6. That is correct. Queen here? No. Oh, okay. I think, well, we just take the rook here. No tricks. That'll be it. Problem solved. Yeah. If I go to the analysis board, I'm pretty sure that that would in fact be the case. See if I could get this board lined up somewhat close. So this is what I was referring to. No, not that. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay. This rook here, this is how the puzzle started. Here, here, check. Queen g6. The computer, I think, could have also gone with this. I thought that would have been the one to really know how exactly to follow up on the white side. There would follow rook check. Rook takes rook, queen takes rook, and then it's going to be mate on the next move. So that was interesting. I'm glad I finally went into a different direction. I was testing out rook to e6 for a little bit there, but queen g3 is going to be the solution to this third puzzle. Okay, well, those are the only three that I'm going to do, and as always, I hope you got something out of it. Take care. Bye. Okay. Oh, I got it. I got this one. Let me make sure I don't slip up, though.